So we want to talk about receiving and the active principle involved now in receiving. Most of you believe that receiving is a very passive experience, and of course, there's a very passive component to receiving. When you're in your completely aligned, open, unconditionally space with yourself, receiving itself is passive in its nature. But for most of you, you're going to need to run some kind of active component with your receiving technology right now, because you're still remembering how to receive. And we want to say that again. You are still remembering how to receive. So we notice in all of you, and you've been working on receiving for a long time now, we know that, but you're ready for bigger technology around this. So we notice in all of you, you still have difficulty just opening yourself up and allowing it in, whatever it is, whether it be an expression of love from another, in a word, a compliment, a sign of affection, a hug, a kiss, a transmission of energy, of just an intent coming your way, or in the form of a gift, whatever that gift might be. And the reason for that is because in your enslavement program, you are conditioned to believe that everything you receive first needs some kind of energy expressed from you for it to come to you. Even law of attraction will tell you that. That's the third dimensional law. Remember that. So when you run law of attraction, you are told that you've got to access a particular emotion. You've got to do your work around accessing that emotion, aligning with that emotion, and then that will bring to you the reality you want. So you're told you've got to work for what you want, even in that framework of understanding the manifestation process. And that's all part of the third dimensional illusion and the enslavement game. And that was a lot of fun. But true receiving requires no intent beforehand. It requires no work. It simply requires an openness, an acceptance, and an understanding of the totality of your deservability, because you are universal beings of love and light, love incarnate at this time. Take a breath and really feel that. So here's what we notice a lot of you will do in your learning about receiving. Somebody will offer you something. And initially what will come up in you is a feeling of either not being good enough, not deserving, or a feeling that something is off or wrong because you have not worked for this gift that's coming your way. So therefore, it's not appropriate. So that's a very quick experience you all have. Either the issue around deserving, I don't deserve this, and that's really what it all comes down to. I don't deserve this for some level, for some reason. The reason is either I am not worthy, I haven't worked hard enough for it, on and on and on and on. So then what happens is you know that you're supposed to receive. You know that you're in that space right now where to further your manifestation process, you've got to open yourself up and say yes. So typically you'll start to open to that as you're running underneath the fear that aligns with the feelings around not deserving enough. And then you'll contract as you're opening. So the way it will look for all of you is somebody will hand you something and say, here you go. And you start to say thank you. And then you also run a thought somewhere in there where you decide that whatever it is they're giving you is not quite what you wanted. It's not quite the right flavor, not the right color, not the right size, etc. You can paint whatever picture you want in it. Or if you talk about affection, it's not a long enough hug, it's not a good enough hug, etc. You can play with this on your own right now. All right, well, you start to run those judgments as a protective measure because what you're really feeling underneath is, I don't deserve this. So the version of you that believes they don't deserve the gift that's coming your way starts to say no to the gift because you feel on some level as if you're going to get in trouble because you're not in alignment suddenly with the enslavement model you've been running, and that feeling of, uh-oh, I might get in trouble causes you to want to start to deny the gift. Take a breath, all of you, and just give yourselves permission to see how it is you do at times still run this program in your day-to-day life. Not all the time, of course. There are times when many of you open-heartedly receive a gift and receive without any resistance. But all of you still have these moments where this comes up for you. So, of course, when you find yourself in this moment, when you find yourself wanting to deny the love coming your way, because that's what the gift is. It is unconditional love, or love, universal love, that vibration, frequency of love, repackaged, reformatted into some kind of tangible substance that you're calling a gift. When you find yourself wanting to reject the gift because you're afraid, take a moment, take a breath, send love to the aspect of you that feels undeserving and afraid. Light up and receive. Feel gratitude. Feel open. Feel connected. So a lot of you are thinking about this right now, and you're thinking about the things that others have given you that you don't particularly like, or you don't think you really want. So what we're saying to you is you can experience full receptivity and gratitude while at the same time your ego mind says that's really not my preference. That's something completely different. That's not what we're talking about here. Go ahead and breathe on this, all of you.